attention to a situation to shift where you are emotionally. You have to shift your emotions first, and then everything else will shift. But if you try to change your scenario to get your emotional state feeling in a better place, things will shift for a moment, but that moment will soon pass and you will find yourself back in the place that you started at that caused you to shift your physical surroundings in the first place. You can change your surroundings, but if you're still focused in whichever way you're focused, new places, new faces, but same scenarios. So, it's you. Also, too, this weather has not been cute. It's definitely just like sucked the soul out of everything in life. More in there. Yeah, and then with this, let that live a little bit more.
This part?
Yeah.
Okay.
So feel that it's just out. Feel that. People should know that strike. Comes forward. And then that should be. That is your body's responding to that. So.
Injured myself in another rehearsal, so now I'm just trying to recover from that. Having had a good time because we had already finished learning all of the choreo. Now we just had to start piecing things together. Of course, my solo wasn't necessarily finished, and I'm not completely comfortable with it yet, so I don't either, whether I got injured or not, I feel like I would feel the same about my solo. So, I think it's okay.
Very. Take a moment, walk through everything.
Did you grow up going to church at all?
No.
Never mind. I was gonna say, there's always those old women who like give you those mints after church. They're just like, hi, and they're like, here, you want some candy? I'm like, yeah. And they pull out freaking peppermint. I'm like, that's not candy.
What was candy for you?
Like Skittles or something, not peppermint. I still took it. I was like, thanks. You know.
Thank you. This is bullshit.
I can't wait till we just drill it from top to bottom. I also can't wait until my knee feels better.
Oh,
Hi. We didn't officially meet yet, May. How are you?
I'm on her view.
Good. Is everything going well?
I'm trying to corral the dancers.
Oh, well, if you guys check out Sam, no problem. Brian, I haven't seen Brian yet, so.
Okay.
Ow!
Actually, can you get the
Character development, I think, was really coming along with a lot of different things happening. So keep moving on that. That's a really important thing, I think, for this piece. Try to find times to strip yourself out so that you can definitely look at movement quality of everyone else. Your movement quality is very different, so I want to make sure that what you're asking them to bring forth is what you're looking for.
it's exciting. I mean, I think it's this really amazing kind of thing, and it has this history. I mean, it refers to an old world history of that kind of the heyday of modernism, 1950s and 1960s, and it's just it's an interesting choice of time frame to perform that kind of work here now, and it's working. I mean, it's entertainment, and you're commenting on the fact that you're entertaining us. It's really, it's a powerful thing. Yeah, Andy, you're like you're knocking out the broom thing at the beginning. And it's so great to see that, because it starts the evening it sets a tone for some bizarre thing that's happening, for what the bizarre thing this is, the event.
I'd love to take the credit, but it's really all Patty.
Who's Patty?
Cleopatra.
Oh, right. Yeah.
No, it's interesting how it develops though, because I totally do the same thing. Like you're dancing around your house, and the song comes on, and you're just kind of going with it, and then all of a sudden you're like rocking out.
Yeah.
that same feeling.
Sure.
So cool.
I think it's a good formula. It works.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I take back all the times that I fired you on. How y'all feel? I mean, it was rough.
Today?
Yeah.
The run?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was good though.
It was a setup moment. So,
I think it was essential. Like we had to do that eventually.
Yeah. Peace out, Bean Sprout.
Okay.
What's up?
I love performing, I love dancing, and I love getting to be a part of other people's processes. I think it's super interesting and really exciting. But the thing that I'm most passionate about is making my own dances. I love it so much. And I've just done like a couple little things, like some salon-a-thon pieces, like some little stuff in the past year, but nothing major. So I've just been I've been doing a lot of research recently for this new piece I'm working on, and it's my goal to finish it by the end of the year, theoretically, which would be a dance for camera. Raise your eyebrows at me, Diana. That I'm really excited about. It's looking at masculinity in sports culture. So I've been doing a lot of just research about reading psychology of sports culture pretty much in the past couple months. Been doing so much research about it because I know nothing about sports, but because I was not raised in that at all.
We got so much to do today.
That's exciting.
Let's just jog around the space. My ankles. Oh my god. So crampy.
You're taking small strides, though.
I'm not running.
Hi.
Hey, Brennan.
How are you?
How's your warm up? Is that Andy warming you guys up over there by running around? Is that how that works?
That's what's happening.
I like that. It's like a pill. It's like a warm up pill.
Oh, I wish.
That would be lovely.
It's like, my
Tell
whole
me
body
about-
is warm and
All right, let's
what a
start.
delight.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm a sore. What's going on in Valley High is that I've been like sprinkling them with like fairy dust,
Yeah.
and so they're all very like woo from it. So it's more of like a drunken stupor that they're in, and so then the next piece that happens after that is very much so like the Richmond's Frug type of moment, where it's like everyone is slightly aloof and like in it and like having their moments. And it's like the party's continuing, and then Andy breaks and it's like, wait a minute, no, this isn't what we're supposed to be doing. Wait, you aren't what you seem, and then it's like it starts to shift things. Yeah, once we get with like the full picture of things, so it'll be like essentially it's supposed to be like a dress rehearsal that I stumble upon, and I kind of like wreak havoc on the dress rehearsal.
If you had a kind of second draft, and it's not the final piece, it's just what we're calling a second draft that has a definite beginning, middle, and end. Each of the performers have some kind of character, and there's a through narrative that's complete. We have that sometime between May 11 and 8.
Yeah.
Then there's a 2-day workshop where we can play with some things. And then you have 2 weeks. You can make whatever changes you need to, but at least you have the structure of that piece, and then you can polish.
And that was the thing that I was like dealing with too, with coming into this, which was which direction am I going to go in? Am I going to go more of like my Darling Shear route, or am I going to go more of my like more of my contemporary route? And so
I think it's a wonderful challenge, though, for you. Part of it is you as director and you as performer. And is that part of what feels different? Like you have two different audiences? One is you have a kind of, what is it? Is it cabaret? Is it, the word entertainment is actually the code for this is a critical response to what's going on in the world today.
We've talked about that. A lot of my choreography is from a neutral place, and I leave it to the audience to like, I'm like, this is what it is, and then whatever else you pull from it, that's you. I personally, because of the things in which I practice and what I believe in, I try to not give too much air to certain things because I don't want to be contributing to more of what is. And so it's like I'm aware of the contrast of the world, and I'm very appreciative for the contrast of the world, but I try to not spend too much time in the place of focusing on contrast because I want the things that I want. And when I'm focused in opposition to the things that I want, I can't get those things. So, there's already so many people who are going through life on that archaeological dig life, and it's just like, I don't really care to dig up bones, actually. I don't want to do that. If you want to do that, go and dig up the bones, but I don't.
Yeah, we will. I mean, because
You
I
know.
think the way you've structured it is that we will dig because of the way it works. And it's partly the performance stuff of the way, and it may be the group too. I mean, the people that you have, because it's an eclectic kind of gathering of genders, races, and age differences, size differences. You know, so there's that. That's a profound statement. What kind of discussions that you're having, how that manifests itself, how that becomes embodied in the performance, or what you showed us last night, and the way you structured what you showed us last night has everything to do with what kind of bones we're going to dig up. And we're trying to, audiences make meaning, and you here are working on some kind of a narrative. So how's it feel? How did it feel last night for you performing?
It was. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
It was really, it was a little refreshing, I guess, to finally have people see what we've been working on. But it also helped kind of negotiate how things are going to go at the actual performance and how we're going to move with each other.
For me, it felt very clarifying in regards of like just feeling the wave of it and like how my sense of agency shifted as like the piece progressed in actuality as opposed to just theoretically, So that was really exciting to get to like ride that wave and like find that in its physicality and like how like just straight up getting tired
Yes.
and like stamina like physically affected the performance in a genuine way. It was nice to experience.
Maybe at least once a week, try to do the whole hour, even if it's not totally fleshed out. I see there's so much care and thought into how this is going for you in your mind. So if it was you as a solo person, it would be a thing. But now with 5 other performers, that directorial kind of self, you have to ask for things and be comfortable asking. I mean, I think, and that's also for all of you, knowing that you are now working together as a group, but Darling has the say. Darling is director here, and so you got to give Darling everything they need.
Or you're fired. Well, thank you.
Thank you. See you on May 9.
Yes.
But actually, if you do want, Darling, if ever you want someone to come in and take a look, give me a call.
Okay.
Or just email, and then all 3 of us are available to come
Okay, cool. Yeah.
look at stuff.
Bye,
Looks
Brian.
good.
Thank
See you.
you.
See you soon. Thanks.
Have a good rehearsal.
Thank you.
Let me see. You are out of here at 1. Okay. Me and Ro go and work on Lola.
Find that choreography again.
I'm going to be tag teaming between you and
I think it was like.
Twirled me.
Yeah.
Okay.
One time. 1 or 2 times.
Foo and hit. Hit and down around.
I agree. Whoever's closer, step forward.
And
Do you remember doing this? I know you did that for sure.
I didn't come out of it. Step.
All right.
By this point in time, we're aware of who I am. And so I think it's just kind of that like final, it's like those pleas of being like, you've had your fun, please go.
Like, am I coming up with 2 8 counts of material, or am I coming up with gesture phrases that are 8 count?
Two 8 counts of gesture phrase.
Okay.
But I'm going to